Solana, what do you do?
Well, what am I supposed to choose? He just said you have to choose. And then
Are you asking?
Blew up one of my friends. You know what? Yes, I will ask. Choose
What the fuck?
what?
You must choose. Your friend can die, or you can take her place.
Well then.
My Agravine. What'd she do?
Oh,
Oh,
really
no.
not
Ostensibly
Oh.
immortal.
Like you are immortal, but you're the only one that isn't considered like a deity type of thing.
Yeah.
Besides you, Solana, me and Alfonso
Alfonso.
are me and
Divine.
Alfonso are
Bill and Alfonso are too important. I got it.
Drew's like, I will, if he does that again, I will cut your head off and put Solana in your place.
Quiet. I'm thinking. I don't have to think that hard. No, I'm not gonna fucking let you kill Agravine. She's an innocent party. What kind of fucking god does this? I can take it. I'm gonna tank like 1,000,000 lightning damage and die.
Yeah.
I can take it, just a giant bolt of lightning.
Okay. So, you're taking her place, yes?
Yes, I'm taking your place.
I need a gift for this. There's so many gifts I need to do with this.
Solana, you take 30 points of lightning damage. This is round 1.
Okay. Are we now attacking him?
Foo, Solana just took 30 points of lightning damage. What do you do? Agravine is free. She's free to move.
Let's do that again. I'm just gonna do the same thing that I did for Agravine. Where are you, Q? Same exact level. Blah 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 blah.
Your spell fails.
How about lay on hands? Does that go through?
It does not. And at this point,
Let me empty that 5 right there. Does the spell even go off, or is it just it doesn't do anything?
Cord swipes at you with a 47.
What?
I grab the sword and just stop it. No damage happens.
What?
What are you doing?
Okay. Roll.
It missed.
Roll. Does a 47 actually miss
47, you? Yeah, 47 actually misses me. That's not. I just.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, I'll go like, really now.
She must make the sacrifice.
And we're supposed to respect her decision and just watch her die?
Yes.
Like, yes.
Ooh, this isn't your battle.
Anything else?
Let's see. Oh, that's cool as fuck looking. Okay, I'll back off. And this is the coloration works really good on this too. It's just Foo waiting in the corner.
Okay. That it?
Yep.
Okay. Alfonso, your turn.
All right. You're committing slow suicide, so.
Yep.
Yep.
Once you do die, can I try to reclaim you?
No. You know what? I'm putting a clause in. Alfonso, you're not allowed to do anything with my body.
Okay.
It's my wife. No one gets my body. Incinerate it.
Okay, I'll disintegrate you after you die.
Thank you.
I probably might have to take you to the Raven Queen.
Agravine, what do you do?
That's all we see over and over.
Oh, yeah.
Just getting spammed by
Just-
lightning.
Just could you
Yep.
clarify, Solana? Could you clarify what you're thinking you're gaining from dying for him?
To Fu?
No, for Core.
Cord?
You do anything,
I am
Agravine?
gaining-
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
I've seen the other people's spells fail, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know. Poor Solana.
Come on,
I guess I don't do anything.
Yeah, I'm just gonna step out of view and cover my ears so I don't keep hearing her screams of pain.
Oh, I'm not screaming. My last words are no one gets my body.
Okay. So you've all decided that you're not going to try and interfere, correct?
Oh, yeah.
Because
There
it was her decision.
There was some attempts and then her decision.
Okay. Solana,
Yep.
after a total of 5 rounds, taking 30 points in each round, you've already taken the first 30. So you would take an additional 120 points of damage. Where do your hit points stand?
Well, I started this only with like 86, so I would be down.
Okay. Make a death saving throw.
Okay.
If he turned off Foresight, you have to do it normally. If he didn't turn off Foresight, you get it with advantage.
Oh! Well, that's all she wrote.
Well, that gives you 2 failed death saving throws, but now lightning would kill you unless he ended that.
That's what I figured.
The lightning
Yeah,
damage has ended.
Yeah, I'm assuming Alfonso's
But-
little
yeah,
magic one trick doesn't
that is
work.
the question. Can she have a nat 1 with me nearby?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Roll another death save.
All right.
Yeah. I'm like I said, oh my
Fine.
god, that's it. Yep, that.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, I was making the assumption that Foresight wasn't gonna be working. So.
Yep.
So, at this point, the aspect
go.
of Cord picks up Solana's body. Basically looks to the
I
sky.
attempt to cast Disintegrator on her corpse.
No.
I mean, that was technically my last wish.
Okay. Your spell fails.
Okay.
You need to roll a charisma saving throw.
Okay. $16.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
You are banished back to your vault.
Okay, that's fair enough.
The Titan bellows to the sky. It is done, my lord. She made the sacrifice. At which point, Solana is fully healed.
Oh,
The Titan disappears, and the actual god appears in its place. And you are set back down to the floor. I anoint thee, scion of Cord.
Scion cord. What does that mean?
Give me a minute.
The next to, if when he dies, you are the next to inherit it, I think.
Ah,
I tried to Google it, and apparently it's also a car.
That would also be a true statement.
He said,
Yeah.
Solana, she's now a hatchback.
An electric hatchback because he's cool.
Okay.
I just have to see.
Okay.
Oh my god. There is a Final Fantasy keyboard now.
What?
For Final Fantasy 14, there is a keyboard for it.
yeah.
But like not like the design, like you can hit it has like buttons preset for you to change to your different classes. Like like instead of the side numbers on the keyboard, it's a class switcher.
Fair.
Okay.
It's funny.
Okay. I gotta clean up one thing in this. Okay, there's all the divine stuff. Okay, that becomes that. And that becomes that. Okay. Copy. Paste. And technically, at this point, you can consider yourself finished tonight, if you wish.
Okay. I was gonna say I can't. I probably should leave.
Yeah.
Yep, you
That's
gotta get a whole. Oh goddamn! I finally looked up. You're about to get a whole bunch of shit, aren't you?
Yeah, basically.
Oh my.
Well.
Whoa, whoa! There's a lot. That's a lot.
Yep. I think I just became a demigod.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you crit on an 18 now.
Ooh.
You get to summon creatures now. You can fly. You can become huge.
No.
You have
The big
advantage on all attacks.
No, Hannah, you haven't been. I could always get huge. It just there's actually no actual stat bonuses for me doing so.
Oh, and let you know, Tony, that the horse that's been running around on the battlefield is not the same horse you showed me.
Okay. Yeah, now you automatically do lightning damage when you do a weapon attack.
Nice. I'll have to go over what I want. Like go over all of this because it's a lot.
You gain a divine strike if you crit. So 1 or 2 targets knocked prone, 3 or 4 targets stunned. Let's see. 5. Chain lightning strikes 3 nearby enemies for 4 to 10 damage. And 6, double all damage rolled without consulting the crit table.
Nice.
You can force any creature or deity to fight you, unless it makes a wisdom save. You're also now the Lord of Storms. You gain control weather, call lightning at 9th level.
Oh, nice.
Storm of Vengeance at will when inside Cord's realm.
And
Outside
can
the
she
realm,
rage while concentrating on a spell?
there's some rage effects in here.
So much.
Oh, Fu's resurrected horse recognizes you as Cord's champion. Well mounted on said horse, they both gain resistance to all damage.
Nice.
And that mount gains flying speed of 120 feet. And its hooves deal 4d10 lightning damage.
Ooh.
And it can walk on clouds, storms, water, or air.
So I got like a storm Pegasus, basically.
Yeah.
It's when you ride my horse.
Yay.
You also gain Stormbreaker of the Endless Sky, legendary artifact, +8 Great Axe. Does 6d10 lightning damage, 2d10 thunder. On a crit hit, automatically cast chain lightning, 3 charges per day. Storm Gate, Divine Thunder. Let's see. Yeah, Divine Thunder does 20d10 of thunder damage. Does have a con save. You can summon the Wrath Accord. Summons a Storm Giant avatar for a minute. Cord grants you a realm. You are now the owner of the Plateau of Endless Thunder, which contains floating mountains, eternal storms, Valhalla-like halls, storm giant warriors, Tempest Valkyries. When you die permanently, your soul becomes the ruler of the realm, at which point your realm from demigod to a lesser deity.
Okay. Oh my god, it's so long. Gonna have to
Let's see.
right.
Like first time.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it truncated the top of it.
It did. I had to I had to pull up the chat log.
Okay. So you did find the first part of it.
I'm doing a lot of copy pasting.
Okay. So after surviving the trial of Cord, the barbarian is no longer merely mortal. She becomes Cord's chosen champion and a nascent demigod. Divine Ascension, creature type, humanoid, and celestial. She no longer ages. She is immune to magical aging. If slain, she returns to life after 7 days, unless killed by a deity, artifact, or in Cord's realm. As rage builds, her eyes become living lightning. Her hair floats as if in a storm. Thunder rolls nearby, and her veins glow silver white. A silver lightning bolt scar marks the location where Cord touched her soul. You can pick the location.
Hmm.
Your strength becomes 60.
Hey.
You gain +2 to your constitution, max of 24. You have divine resistances. You are now immune to lightning, thunder. You now resist cold, and you resist force. Your movement speed increases by 20 feet. You also gain fly of 30 feet and hover. Divine presence, creatures within 30 feet, enemies have disadvantages on save against fear caused by the barbarian. Allies gain advantage on fear saves. You gain Champion's Rage. Whenever Rage begins, you can choose Thunder, every enemy within 30 feet, DC 22 Constitution save, or take 8d8 Thunder damage. Or you choose Lightning. Choose up to 5 creatures. They take 8d8 lightning damage. No action required. Storm. You gain fly of 120 feet. You ignore opportunity attacks for the duration. Demigod feature. Avatar of the Tempest. Once per day as a bonus action. Lasts for 1 minute. Let's see. While you're in this form, your size becomes huge. Your reach increases by 10 feet. You have advantage on all attacks. Resistance to all damage. Your crits become 18 to 20. Weapon attacks gain an additional 6d10 lightning damage. Appearance. A colossal storm giant silhouette forms around your body.
Nice.
And we already covered all the other stuff. Well, sort of. Oh, yeah. You must enter the words. You point at a creature. You fight me.
Oh,
She at will can use compelled duel.
little Eric dropped. Okay.
Essentially, yeah.
So essentially, everybody has made their
Agravine?
except Agravine, yeah.
Right. And I'm just like, Agravine, I wonder if I can do the same thing for you.
Weird.
That
But yeah, I'm
depends.
not there.
Does
so
she
it'll be
become
later.
a follower of you?
What? I'm apparently this
Well,
court
I'm. It was just like, wait, can I do that for Agravine?
There's no reason you can't. But Agravine would have to face some sort of test.
Of course. Likely giving hospitality to the worst family you can imagine.
No, thank you.
she would murder them all.
No! I have daggers.
It lasted
All right.
5 minutes.
So we'll end gameplay there for tonight.
Mhm.
Alright. Sounds good. I do have to sign off because I have to get up tomorrow.
You have
how many
fun
hours
tomorrow.
till you need to wake up?
I typically wake up at 6:30 so I could get to the shop by 8. However, there probably won't be rush hour traffic tomorrow, so I can probably sleep into like 7.
Okay.
Mm.
So. Yeah, I guess I guess there won't be any rush hour.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, are we cutting into your time? Your sleep time currently?
No. I usually go to bed at like 10 anyway, so it's 9:40 here.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So
yeah, we are in the same time zone.
Yep.
yeah, I'm the only one that's
Central.
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Cord
Yeah.
will definitely be sending you on a mission right away.
Ah.
Go deal with the ex-wife, former wife. Let's see.
Well.
Actually, she'll have to go deal with Elena's. It's a Lyra, right?
Lyra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lyra, yeah. With some of the things that she has brought into the world.
Ah, so I'm cleaning up the mess before I have to get to the problem.
Yeah.
Well, who knows? Maybe you guys will have taken care of all of that by the time I get back, if I get back. I don't know. It's one of those things where it seems daunting right now, but who
just
knows?
like, are we rushing and then suddenly she gets teleported away because suddenly, oh, okay, now she is the god.
Yeah, essentially. Which brings us to the next conversation, a little more practical. So, do we want to suspend this campaign for a period of time? Because it's other than dealing with Alira and Strahd,
Hmm.
that's kind of the
mean-
end of it. There's some smaller stuff going on in the Feywild.
Right. But
But
at this,
we could move to Theros going
yeah,
forward.
it's honestly, I'm voting Theros. Really, it feels, I don't know, overwhelming the amount that I have now, and sometimes just understanding what is happening currently.
Well,
Yeah,
with the
'cause-
Feywild right now.
Because
Yeah.
essentially, your next combat is basically direct combat with Strahd and Alira.
Okay,
So-
so yeah,
You're
we
looking
finished,
at a fight with two deities ranked individuals on their own.
Yeah.
uh-huh.
I mean, we could technically do like in terms of like putting this campaign on suspension. We could
Yeah.
technically do a training arc type of thing, and we come back with what our maximum levels would be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can do that.
Yeah, I mean, because if we're about to head to the finish, yeah, I mean, to me, that's the next logical step would be like, because after this, I'll be like, okay, Tony, did that level us up? That puts, if the answer is yes, that puts us at level 17 technically.
Oh, right. And
Yeah.
has Solana lost her ability to level up?
Yeah, technically.
Okay.
Because
What's Solana's level?
So her primary barbarian class will be level 20.
Mm.
Her other class will be level 10.
Mhm.
Oh, I guess that would be all right. Yeah. So do we want to kind of suspend and then kind of come back to finish it up? Then
That's fine.
Yeah.
I guess there's a few questions. Well, like I know. Did Katie already leave? I'm not looking.
No,
Alright.
she hasn't.
Yeah. So I mean that to me makes sense.
Yeah.
So we can level up because we already talked about what my character would be doing anyway after all this. So
Yeah. The only other potential thing we could do is finish Agravine's arc.
yep.
Well,
Yep. That was literally my next thing. I was like, there's a big discussion to have with Hannah at this point.
Yes.
Right. Who do you worship? Who do you become?
Yeah.
well, I mean, I've been kind of setting her up as Foo's sidekick from the beginning. So like,
Yeah. So what does
So-
that
who
mean?
do I worship? I'm not converting to your character then.
Okay.
So, as a Lord of the Feywild,
Mhm.
you can kind of do something similar to what Cord has done.
Right. I mean, that means I really need to level up my character too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, technically you would be 20 levels in your primary class and 10 levels in whatever secondary class you have.
I was like, am I 2010 or am I 2020? That was gotta be my question.
No, you'll be 2010.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me get on that then. And then, yeah, I mean,
And I
guess
don't
the
think
question-
I ever gave you your Feywild Archfey powers.
No, you didn't. And the other thing is, I have other powers that are floating around that are only that way because I was that low of a level. So there's a lot of technical stuff that we kind of have to flesh out.
All right, I am actually gonna go to bed.
Yep.
Good night,
Oh,
guys.
Go,
Good
Katie.
night.
Go,
Okay.
night, night.
Good night, and also
Night.
let us
Bye.
know what happens in the
Mhm.
Yep.
future. So
Yeah, tell us if you ever feel like you have an opening.
Yeah,
Yep.
for sure. All right, see ya. Have a good
Bye.
summer.
Yeah,
you too.
same to you.
Katie's taking off for a while. So with that, yeah, I need to level up my character. I guess kind of like since we're kind of like I guess the question is, as I'm becoming kind of like I guess the best way to kind of describe it like I wanted like a Fey god.
Yeah.
There's your Archfey powers.
Yeah. Well, where'd you throw them at?
And in the Roll20 chat. I can throw them in Discord if you wish.
No, I'll grab over here. Let's see. Yeah, well, because I was still like, I don't think you ever gave it to me because I was still technically growing.
Yeah. That's
But if we're doing like a training arc scenario, then let me try that again.
let's see.
Oh wow, okay, that's got to change some stuff up too.
So you're tied to the Raven Queen. You're carrying forward fragments of her power.
Yeah, yeah, and it was only as he said, it's only as strong as my I guess levels in Paladin were, and my connection to her were.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I would be also at level 10 Paladin.
So you are Archfey of the Twilight Flame. Your domain
And I need to upgrade.
encompasses lost souls, redemption, twilight, memory, second chances, sacred fire, the boundary between life and death. Unlike the Raven Queen, who governs death itself, Fu becomes the keeper of souls who have not yet chosen their final path. Archfey transformation, permanent benefits, Fey Lord, creature type Fey Celestial. You age no further, cannot be magically aged. You are immune to charmed, frightened, and sleep. Mantle of the Twilight Fire. Enemies within 30 feet, disadvantage on fear saves, cannot gain advantage against Fu. Allies within 30 feet gain advantage on death saves and advantage on fear saves. Fire of Creation. The divine flame that resurrects the horse expands.
I thought he lost the flame.
He did.
I put part of it in a horse I saved.
Yeah. Create life once per week. You may permanently create a beast, a fey creature, or a plant creature. CR 10 or lower. The creature is loyal but retains free will. Soul restoration. Once per long rest, touch a dead creature. If dead less than 100 years, you can return it to life. No material components required. Twilight Step. Bonus action. Unlimited use. Teleport 120 feet. You leave behind silver black flames. Creatures within 10 feet of the departure and arrival take 4d10 psychic damage. Archfey Glamour. Creatures of Foo's choice within 60 feet must make a DC 22 Wisdom save. Failure, he can choose one. They're either charmed, frightened, or stunned. Duration 1 minute. Repeat the save at the end of each turn. Lord of the Crossroads. Fu may create portals, 3 per day. You can open a portal between the Feywild, the Fey Dark, the Shadowfell, and the Prime Material. Each portal lasts 10 minutes. 3 Souls United. The 3 identities finally become strengths. At the beginning of every turn, you can choose the child and gain advantage on saving throws, resistance to all damage. You can become the warrior, which gives you an additional attack and 3d8 radiant damage. You can also become the flame, which gives you 60 feet fly, and spell damages are doubled. Your choice changes each round. In Archfey form, once per long rest, duration 1 minute, Fu becomes a large Fey Lord. Appearance: black wings, silver fire, crown of thorns and moonlight, shadow and flame flowing from his armor. Benefits: fly 120 feet, resistance to all damage. He gains 20 hit points at the start of each turn. Weapon attack gains 60-10 radiant damage, and your spell saves get a +3. You're the Sovereign of Lost Souls. Once per long rest, you may summon. Doesn't say what you summon.
Let's see. It's
here
some
we go.
Court of Twilight, 8 Shardocai Knights, 4 Fey
Yeah.
Champions, 2 Death Knights redeemed by Fu, Fu's Reborn Steed, plus 6 other Spectral Riders.
They remain for 10 minutes.
Yep.
And you
Legendary
gain some
action.
Yeah.
Hey.
Can burn away fate. When a creature within 60 feet hits, crits, or succeeds on a save, Fu may force a reroll. Uses proficiency bonus per long rest. You gain an artifact. Aurora Claw Reborn.
Mm-hmm.
Sword evolves alongside Fu.
Is this related to my Krishinabon swords at all, or?
No, this is a separate item.
Okay.
+7 Scimitar, 40-10 Radiant, 40-10 Psychic. Celestial hits restore 50 points to an ally within 60 feet. Once per day, Dawn Beyond Death. Every ally within 120 feet is fully healed, ends all conditions, and immediately stand if unconscious. Future Ascension. Oh, that should not be there.
I'm not supposed to know that.
No, because this oh, hang on. So if Chord's champion becomes Demigod of Storms, you become something equally significant. You become the Archfey King of Twilight Flames. And essentially, you begin ruling the space between the Feywild and the Shadowfell. thus providing the potential for souls to be cleansed before they move on.
Oh. Yeah. Oh man, that means I have to level up my horse. I just realized I gotta level up 2 things.
Yeah. And Agravine gets a say in her future.
Yep. Hannah.
So, yeah.
What?
So you're seeing Fu ascend. Alphonse is like, hey, you see, Alphonse is like, hey, you want to worship me?
No,
Well, I'm not there.
no.
This is true.
Where's
Mhm.
Fu going?
No, it's Fu's the
If,
ever-changing Fu is still changing even more.
yeah, Fu's changing, and you're watching Solana change, and Alfonso has disappeared.
Yeah, Alfonso got yeeted out of.
Out of the room.
Yeah, he's like, nope.
Yeah, you were plane shifted to Cord's domain for the tests.
Yeah.
So now that the tests are done and Solana moves on, you guys would be teleported back to the vault. By the way.
Yeah, Fu would say, I'm gonna go. I have to reach my full potential. You can come if you want.
Yes. Yes.
The-
Sorry, I found
Que-
a cat video.
So I'm gonna learn to become basically a god. You want to learn how to do it too?
As long as I'm with you.
All right. You know, there is, so your primary class would be ranger, right?
Yeah, probably.
Like, what are,
Has
what
she?
are your stats?
And Hannah, did you ever pick a secondary class for Agravine?
Nope.
Nope, she's the only one.
So
That didn't work.
she could actually, you could grant her like either cleric or
Warlock?
yeah, that's what I was trying to remember. Warlock, yeah.
Yeah. I think it would be cleric, warlock, paladin, technically, as well.
Well, then it would be. There's a lot of overlap with paladin and ranger,
Mm-hmm.
But-
Let's see.
Monk?
cleric would be the natural one, followed closely by warlock, because as technically as a worshiper, those are generally clerics.
Hannah, do you mind if I look at your character sheet?
Go ahead.
I'm just mainly looking for your stats.
I'm just.
The easiest, ironically, would be cleric for you,
Yeah, of course.
but
What would your domain be anyway?
me,
Yeah.
Twilight.
Twilight. Ah, of course.
And life cleric would lend itself handily to Agravine.
Yeah, Twilight cleric.
Yeah.
Life cleric.
Yeah.
And I'm pulling up the cleric
Grave cleric.
real quick.
Grave cleric.
Grave cleric. Trickery cleric.
Mm,
Ironically, not
War.
war. No,
Okay.
food. War has a certain aspect that food does not like.
Okay.
Peace. He likes peace.
Arcana.
Nope.
Okay.
Maybe. Not really light, ironically.
Yeah.
Not. Even though Forge is fired, food has no idea what to do with that.
Well, and
like,
remember, you're standing in between the Feywild, the Fey Dark, and the Underdark.
Yeah. So yeah, Twilight really does feel the correct one.
yeah. Yeah, it'd be Twilight, like the most natural. It's gotta be Twilight, Peace, because that kind of goes hand in hand with Redemption.
Hmm.
Flavor-wise, Trickery Cleric would go with the Fey nature of what Agravine and Fu are.
Sure.
Um,
And it's nothing that has to be decided tonight, by the way.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm just
Sorry.
saying. I'm just seeing what
Yeah.
makes sense for Fu,
So
like
what?
in terms of clerics.
What removes light other than your connection with the dark fae? You know.
Um,
Is that it?
it's what it's. I mean, technically, it could be light, but he's like it does. It's light. If it was a cleric of fire, while a lot of aspects of it have fire to it,
Hmm.
it's not fire. It's light, and that's
Mhm.
kind of where. But like light's not wouldn't be too far off his path.
Almost Tempest.
No, he's not really lightning-y.
Hmm.
Ironically, the person that would be Solana.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
very much so now. Yeah.
Yeah. Nature, you can make a slight argument with Fu,
Yeah,
but
because
that's
of the Fey.
nature.
Right.
Yeah. Knowledge, he's not a knowledge. Life, yeah. I'm just going through the main ones. Grave, yeah. Forge, no. Death. Death is not really death. Death is undead.
Yeah,
That's
I know.
what. Yeah. So.
And doesn't not fit, really.
Yeah. Arcana, no. Like,
Oh, okay.
yes, Fu is a sorcerer, but that is, to me,
Although-
if Fu was a wizard,
Yeah,
Arcana.
then
Although
Yeah.
technically the Raven Queen hates the undead. So
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, Raven Queen
Yeah,
is
yeah,
it's
that's
like
why.
there's a natural order of things, and
Yeah.
undead are not
I
it.
completely agree. It's like Twilight or Grave really is kind of where your character is, and then the only problem with those is the little bit of light, all your fire stuff. But that fire stuff is you, not so much. I don't know. I don't know. Something you really
Yeah, like
worship.
there's a lot of overlap with Paladin and Ranger.
But Twilight really does work where it's just like, yeah, it's light going into the darkness.
Let's see. Technically, I can make an argument for granting her sorcerer powers too.
Wait, you can change her past race?
No, I can also infuse her.
Oh, right, it's also
Yeah.
infused. So, yeah, Celestial.
Yeah, but yeah, warlock, sorcerer, cleric.
Oh, Divine Soul, yeah, there it is. But yeah, what she wants. But she
This is
what she
what-
wants is probably a cleric really with her stats because
I
she
mean,
doesn't
this
have-
is up to.
I don't think
I
she
mean-
has the charisma really to be a sorcerer or a warlock. So.
Technically, this is like all Hannah's choice, and I'm just telling you like what options make sense as well, Hannah. So
now,
you don't have to.
additionally,
Yeah.
You would be able to grant her a +2 and a +4, 1 to each to one stat, one to the other stat.
Yeah. So I mean,
Or
it really comes
3
down.
plus 2s.
Yeah. So say 3 plus 2s or a plus 4 plus 2. Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Did I get that too, Tony? The stat boost. I missed that. If I did, or was I supposed to get one?
Yours may not get one because of your domain doesn't really require one.
No. For my character.
Yeah.
Okay.
And technically, you can grant that.
Just making sure I didn't miss something.
But you don't necessarily gain that yourself. You can grant that because if you are molding her, you can modify her stats a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, Hannah, at the end of the day, right now it looks like your secondary class would be
Cleric of some sort.
cleric, warlock, sorcerer. I mean, technically paladin, but there is a lot of overlap with that.
Yeah.
So it's just what do you desire from Agravine? I guess.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing is you could technically make her a straight up fighter as her secondary class,
or monk.
Yeah. I was actually thinking fighter, or the other ones were fighter or rogue as well. But
oh, rogue, yeah.
Yeah. So
Hannah.
Yeah.
Is it just loyalty to Fu is Agravine?
Kind of.
Do you wish to be his bodyguard or his aide?
Messenger or his spy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they are like, do you want to be my voice when I'm not there? Do you want to be my protector? Do you want to be do you want to be my spy? Or do you want to be a representative of my power?
Or Fu's assassin?
Okay. Yeah, it sounds like assassin.
Bodyguard, fire assassin. Well, like loosely, when we were making our characters at the very beginning, with the whole relationship between Fu and Agravine, at least like Agravine was the one that did the dirty work without Fu asking her to.
Yep, that is a very true statement.
My thought was basically Fu was the one that took the high road, and Agravine was the one that went and stabbed people in the back that betrayed him.
So
yeah, and as the Archfey walks around, and goes, "Oh, that shouldn't be like that. Shame on that guy." And he walks off. And Agravine goes, "Yep, he's dead."
Yep.
Well, his life is going to be absolute misery. I mean, okay, so if you're going that route, so that kind of removes. Honestly, that does help narrow things down.
So do we honestly make you take? Do we honestly give you the assassin role and like?
No, I mean it works. See, now she's like, now we've narrowed it down to warlock, sorcerer, and rogue. And the reason why warlock and sorcerer is the spell access that they get can help with assassinry.
Right, as well as the charisma things to deceive people into believing that she isn't going to kill them.
Yeah, so I mean that does kind of narrow it down. Like that moves you away from cleric, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't know if you really were interested in cleric at all.
Well, I kind of stuck with what I had because I wasn't necessarily interested in any other class, so it's going to take a lot of thinking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of where like it's one of those, you get your full level 20 levels in Ranger.
Yeah.
So now it's kind of like what it's like it's one of those interesting relationships in the terms of you're always doing the dirty, you'll do the dirty work for food, but like as we've seen,
And
uh
technically, you could split that
mhm,
secondary class into 2 secondary classes.
like 2 level 5s basically.
Yes.
Mm.
So much theorycraft.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and you would get like, and so you can add this to well, I mean, and this is something kind of for you to take notes. You can boost your stats,
Yeah, so I
but
wrote down the stats.
yeah, the 4-2 or 2-2-2, um, which will allow you to gain access to any of the charisma aspects.
Yeah.
Um,
Not to
there's
mention,
some,
you're going to be leveling up, so I think you gain another
uh,
point.
yes, she will get
Yeah.
one more just from the ranger.
Yeah.
Neat.
And then you should pick up one more in the secondary class if you pick a single secondary class.
She'll get
Yeah.
2 actually.
Oh,
If
okay.
for both ways, she'll get 2. Basically, you'll get some more of those at 4 and 8 of if she does 1 class, or at 4 if she does 2 classes, which she will get 4 twice.
Okay.
Yeah, so you'll get 3 more ASI boosts or feats,
Yeah.
and yeah, and I guess the test. It would, I think, and you could disagree with me on this, Tony. The test would be kind of which path she chooses.
Yeah, given that she doesn't have a clear path at this point, the test could be a temporary grant
Mm.
in each class for a period of time, and then a task has to be completed while holding that whatever class she picks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it really kind of depends, like, on what you choose. It's kind of what at the like, because with Solana it was the warrior's path, right?
Yeah.
With food it was the protector. I would probably classify food as reluctant protector because he doesn't like, despite getting needing and being able to get this powerful, he doesn't necessarily like it. So so I mean, yeah, I mean, like, it's not something you have to decide tonight.
Yeah.
You have enough.
Yeah.
You have enough to do to level up your ranger 4 more times.
Note to
And that
self in the morning: level up ranger.
To level 20.
yeah,
Level
you
20.
missed a Hannah. Just level up 4 times. And Chris did her mocking laugh as she went. She left the room. Wait! I forgot about the new UA classes. Since you're playing a UA class,
Yeah, but I was doing the 2014. I'm pretty sure, because I was doing a UA class.
yeah. Well, I mean, it also, these still work because they're still in their experimental stage.
No.
Nope, none of these would work. Nope. No. No.
Never mind then.
Well,
Let's
no,
see.
I mean, like, the one that you would love would not work.
Yeah.
It's a cleric domain. It's called Pestilence Domain. Fomented plague and rot. and he gets a transformation called what was it? Verm form. Vermin form. but like I said, not gonna work. What about this side of things? I mean, not quite, unfortunately. Okay, so let me kind of look so I can help with analysis paralysis. So, you've been taking notes anyway. So, did you write the subclass domains that we kind of talked about?
For cleric,
Yeah.
I got trickery, peace, life, twilight. There was a lot of like talking.
Yeah.
And then, like,
Okay.
nah, never mind. Talking.
Yeah.
And then,
Interesting.
never mind. So it's like.
Yeah. So primaries, like the ones that most fit Fae, Fu, Twilight,
Yeah.
Grave.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I thought
Yeah.
grave was debated, but yeah.
No. Death was that.
Well, that was a no.
Yeah.
Okay,
Life
so
and yeah.
here's the min-max ones that fit the best. So, interestingly enough, Oath of the Ancients Paladin.
Oh, if we're going Paladin route, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Which would make her the first knight of Fu perfectly.
Yeah. Ironically, Devotion.
Crown?
Mm-mm.
The most powerful combat choice is Fighter.
Mm-hmm.
The most Fae-themed choice is an Archfey Warlock.
Yep. Yeah, Warlock. In terms of the Warlock, it would only be Archfey.
The most mobile choice, of course, is going to be the Swashbuckler.
Rogue.
Yeah. Because she would gain sneak attack, cunning action, and expertise.
Mm-hmm.
Most story-driven choice is technically the Bard College of Glamour.
I know that one. It's kind of ready to sing and dance, not behind, not in private.
Not in public now.
Yeah, but I don't know how much Fu would know about being a bard. Unfortunately, I feel like that's more of a learned class. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out something that not for your choice, but like in terms of fun. So Warlock, the only one that really and Hexblade. Fu would qualify for Archfey and Hexblade. Because the Hexblade has the Shadow Fell relationship.
Yeah.
That's the sorcerer. Obviously, a fire sorcerer would work. Let's see, would Divine Soul work technically he is a celestial, isn't he?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Divine Soul on the sorcery. Shadow as well. And if we find a fire, I don't know if that really interests Agravine as much.
Yeah. Well, that's a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah, does that interest Agravine at all? Like being able to wield like flames similarly to Fu, or is she like, nah? That's a Fu thing.
I don't know.
I know. Well, just
it's
put
late.
Fire Sorcerer. Yeah, I know. Just put Fire Sorcerer question mark.
Well, also, like, I've been listening and kind of taking notes as we go, but also it's been like, okay, so probably the only options are Cleric, Paladin, maybe Fighter. No, actually, let's add Warlock, Rogue, Sorcerer.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, well, no druid, obviously. No monk.
Yeah.
I don't, like, my character knows nothing of martial arts.
So-
Druid is like, what?
All right.
He gets angry, but barbarian makes you like, once again, if you want the multi-class of the barbarian, Solana's right over there.
Yep.
Or who the hell's doing some music?
Yeah, wizard.
Yeah.
Foo's too dumb for wizard.
E. Well, Agravine's too dumb for wizard.
uh, yeah. So let's see. Yeah, fighter. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck fighter would be.
Yeah.
Technically,
No, I'm
for
gonna-
Arcane.
because of you, just on your character,
Oh yeah, giant.
Rune Knight.
Oh yeah.
Um,
I think actually because of an aspect of my backstory, I was thinking if I was gonna multi-class, I might have done Rune Knight. But I wasn't
Okay.
sure how that would
No, it's like the most
interlock, and I'd have to read over it again.
It's
Mhm.
it's pretty interlocking. It's pretty
I don't know how well that would blend with Foo per se, but
mhm.
not really. It's almost
Yeah, but like I said, this is because of your aspects of it.
mhm.
Technically, also Arcane Archer, but I'm like,
Mm,
it's kind of
yeah.
of a subclass.
I hear that Battlemaster is just better than Arcane Archer.
Yeah, but if you don't want to have to think, really, you could be the champion of Foo. It'd be a champion fighter.